Hello YouTube, Chaoxic here, and today we'll be doing a deep dive into the trailer for Kirby and the Forgotten Land. It's a pretty old trailer, but as I rewatched it, I found some more stuff and thought I'd like to share it with you all. Just to clarify, I'm saying everything as it is, whether everyone already knows or not, so don't flood the comments letting me know you already saw them all. Everyone's seen them all. I'm just pointing it out again. Anyways, let's get started. Right off the bat, we see a dilapidated mall with ads for fast food and an amusement park, as well as what looks to be a vending machine, all in a different language than English, which means this isn't a thought-out Shiver Star or Earth, to put it more accurately. A user called Medic Robot in the r/Kirby Discord server pointed out that the vending machine is written in the exact same language as Highness's magic. So here are all the translations for the different signs across the entire trailer here. The two booths in the mall courtyard read Arrival Parlor in the back and Directory in the front. Fast food sign that reads Special Combo. The big sign in the area where you fight the monkey reads Arrival Mall. An A logo followed by Arrival Holdings or Holdings. Arrival Travel. A sign that reads Green Avenue. A mysterious stylized H logo found everywhere, including the Wasteland area. And area, presumably, though, with some sort of alternate W character. You will hear a cutout stand and a park map. Books, burgers, bar. A jewelry sign. Pharmacy. And H something, numbers are unknown. So at this point, it's fairly obvious that the city that this takes place in is called Arrival, because the airport's named after it, the holding facility is named after it, and the mall's named after it, which I don't think is a coincidence. Also, H is everywhere. That's pretty odd, considering that there's also an egotistical man with an H in his last name in the Kirby universe already, who would definitely be able to support the resources and the things these people need to thrive in a booming economy. The only thing of particular interest I found in the scene where he wakes up on the beach is that there's an island in the background and he runs into a jungle that doesn't look to connect to the city, which could mean that this is on a separate island just like the one in the background rather than being connected to the city itself. Then it cuts to him running through the mall courtyard where we see new fox enemies and a drawing of Kirby with an X through it. Obviously someone does not like his recent arrival. Kirby proceeds to run up the middle handrails of the escalator because he is above the law, and runs up to an area that shows a greenhouse portion of the mall, which I think is a really nice touch. I mean, this whole trailer is full of aesthetically pleasing shots. This game even looks like it's got a lot of attention to detail in it, and that's really awesome. A good example of this is when he runs down the walkway next to the half-standing wall. There's rubble from the wall in the road and in the water right next to it. This is where it gets really interesting because this place isn't completely abandoned. There's scaffolding, sandbags, and concrete bricks untouched by the native fauna, indicating recent construction. It proceeds to show Kirby exploring the amusement park with little ducks behind him, probably a quest like in Mass Attack where you have to take the chicks to the mother without letting any of them get harmed or injured. This shot also shows us the two dogs from the poster in the mall. Kirby rides the Warp Star through the city landscape to a location too far away to walk to and over a very open road, which makes me believe the Warp Star could be used as a fast travel option for an open world city. Next are a chain of islands that don't look to be close to the city, with some shiny bits in the corner, possibly a collectible like the stickers or keychains from the previous games. This shot has Gabon in the bottom left, that little guy that likes to throw bones at you. He's standing right next to a door to this tower. This tower also is on a chain of islands, probably the same ones we saw in the background of the previous shot where he almost got eaten alive by an alligator. One thing that I noticed is that all the animal enemies make a chime sound whenever you engage them in battle. That might come important later. We'll never know until the game comes out. Takes us back to a dark ride section of the amusement park, which gives us a nice little jump scare, but Kirby performs the sickest backflip you've ever seen, dude. Cut to an open clearing with a fox and Blade Knight, also with scaffolding relatively untouched. Takes you to a cage full of Waddle Dees that you set free. The cage looks to be levitated by bats or birds, and also looks like a jungle cat, with the teeth being the bars and the head being the lid. Kirby walks through a wasteland that looks like a desert at a first glance, but when you do a double take you realize that there's coral and shipment crates in the back. This used to be an ocean, which is weird because the whole planet is covered in water. Where would you see dried up ocean? But I guess that'll also be explained when we get the game. Later, Kirby uses his knife ring to pick up a green rhombus that Robot Medic also pointed out forms a star if there's 5 of them. Kirby revisits this construction site at nighttime, which reinforces the theory that this might be an open world city with a day and night cycle. Here we see a penguin enemy and a new dog enemy with a safari hat and a blunderbuss. This shot is actually much more important than you think. Kirby is right next to a blue chinchilla or mouse-looking guy that floats with his ears. This guy is actually called Harold and was later confirmed to actually exist because people kind of just glossed over it. In a Twitter post, actually, that showed art with him next to Kirby. He looks very nervous, kind of like a Charlie Brown type character. This boss battle actually looks like it's going to take place in the parking lot of the mall we saw earlier, which would explain the giant pile of bananas we saw in the back right corner of the shot where he runs up the escalator. But this monkey actually has one of the cages that the Waddle Dees were in around his neck. And that's all for my deep dive. I hope you enjoyed, and if you saw anything I missed, please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this trailer too. Hopefully this was a good enough breakdown of a trailer for Nintendo to give us another Kirby trailer to hold us over. But until another one drops, goodbye.